Hey guys, what's going on? So, this is Anime Love, and we're gonna just talk a little bit about Versus. So, from earlier, you guys saw that I posted the new cover for Volume 4 for the Versus manga on my community post. Unfortunately, guys, I did check the internet all day today, hoping that at the very least they put the raw form of the newest chapter out today, but unfortunately, they did not. Okay, so no new chapter today on the 24th. Hopefully tomorrow on the 25th. Hopefully we get at the very least the raws. But I mean, it'd be even better if we got the English right away too. So we'll see. But I'm really excited for the new chapter. Until we get the new chapter, I would like to talk about this new cover page for Volume 4 because this is a very intriguing image, right? There's a lot going on, a lot of cool imagery here, and I would just like to talk about it. So let's go ahead and get into it. So let's look at it kind of like as a whole, right? So we're gonna minimize it here. All right, as we can all see, looks like we got Hollow, Bass, Pain, and Paka. Looks like they're wandering through the Gaia's Wrath forest here. And then on this side, it looks like we got Masayoshi, Zabi, and General Garrisp. It looks like they're looking a little cautious in the Lawless World area there. And then up here, we got Gore from the Lawless World. Interesting. We'll zoom in on him in a little bit. And then here we have some of the creatures from Gaia's Wrath. We have that gigantic anaconda, I want to say. We got this giant raven here, and then this fish. I don't know exactly what kind of fish that is. Then the main image here is Jachi, right? We got Jachi just, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little surprised by the color scheme that they went with. I did think that Jachi was going to be a little bit more blue, given the fact that he has a lot of aquatic features, you know, such as his ears, the fin on his head and such, and even the shark-like striping. But they kind of went with like a white skin tone, and then it's got the dark black or maybe like a dark blue. I like the color scheme though. Think it's really interesting that his eyes are red. We'll zoom in on that too. But again, Jachi just looks so cool, bro. Look at his legs, bro. His legs look like, it looks like he injects steroids directly into his legs. You know, like Jesus, this dude must squat all the time. He never misses leg day. And then of course, above Jachi, we have the new transformation of the Mandarin up here. We'll zoom in on that and get a closer look too. And then also, some people may not notice this, but there's actually a silhouette in the background, this grayness here. And if you pay attention, it goes all around the top up here. And this appears to be a silhouette of what seems to be a manly figure. That's all I can really say. It's so vague though that it's hard to say who it is. We can guess, of course, but our guesses could be wrong, hands down. Without further ado, let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit here and let's take a look at some of the stuff. So we'll take a look at some of the stuff on the right first. So here, again, we have the Raven, and I love how he colored them gold with the black shading. I think that's really cool. But you know, nothing too crazy. Really cool looking picture of a snake. Fish looks cool. Like always, the shading is on point. The anatomy is on point. Kiyotaro Azuma is definitely well versed when it comes to the way things are supposed to look, right? Let's take a look at this Mandarin here. We'll kind of zoom in a little bit more for this Mandarin. Man, they really put a lot of emphasis on the chest. And then we got those devices that kind of float around the Mandarin, so that's really cool. And then of course we have Gore here from the Lawless World. Gore's got all these piercings going on. And then remember, Gore's the one with the katana, so I wonder if he's any good with that katana. I really like the hairstyle they went with him. Yeah, man. Gore looks really cool. And then let's come down here for Jachi. As we can see, Jachi's third eye is red, as well as it kind of looks like his other eyes. Maybe they're black, but like the pupils are a little red or whatever. Again, God, look at the color scheme, bro. Look at the muscles, bro. Oh my goodness. Jachi is just ready for the smoke. I love Jachi's shoulder plate or shoulder armor here, bro. It's so cool. And I love how it's like this jaw that wraps around his collarbone area there. That's really cool. Now, I'm not gonna lie, at first I didn't know what this was, I was like, is that somebody's hands or, something like that? But it's just his cape coming out of his shoulder armor there. Nothing really special about Paka, Hollow, and Bass going on. They're just kind of wandering through the forest, and same thing with Masayoshi. I'm not gonna lie, Masayoshi kind of has a different look to him from this angle. He looks a little bit more old right here. He kind of looks like an old bummy guy. And then Zabi looks about the same. General Garrus, the color scheme is a little bit different than what I thought it was gonna be. All right. And then again, we got that silhouette here. So, with us taking a look at all that, honestly, guys, I'm really curious who this silhouette is of the back here. I'm not gonna lie, me personally, as soon as I saw it, as soon as I noticed it, I was like, I wonder if this silhouette is of Gimbok, because it kind of looks like a massive person. I don't know. I just get the feeling like he's trying to convey to us that this is a massive individual in the background. But that could just be a zoom in, right? So at first I was thinking, oh, well, it's probably Gimbok, especially because in Volume 3, for that cover, they put the giant eyeball of the kaiju in the background. So I'm like, it only makes sense that they're probably just continuing like this background of, these gigantic enemies, right? But then I thought to myself, I was like, well, honestly though, this kind of looks like it could potentially be Gigatila, the warrior that Paka was referencing from his world and stuff, and it could just be zoomed in. They could just be really close up on the image of Gigatila. But I asked you guys in the post who you guys thought the background silhouette was of. So I want to read your guys' comments and let's see. All right, so we are here on my page. This is the post here. All right, man, 17 likes, man. That's really good. Awesome, guys. Thank you for the support. Got 7 comments. So I asked, who do you guys think the silhouette in the background is of? I'm thinking either Gimbok or Gigatila. So Hunter6865 responded and said, Gigatila maybe. So Hunter thinks that it's Gigatila. And then below him, Eldias1237, he responded to Hunter and said, nah, that's totally Gimbok. It's way too imposing to be a human character. Its composition is comparable to the kaiju last volume or Jachi in volume 1. And again, I agree with you to an extent. It would make sense that they're continuing that theme. However, it doesn't necessarily mean it can't be Gigatila. It could be Gigatila and they just zoomed into his image, you know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't say it could never be that, because you just never know. But I would agree with you that more than likely it's probably Gimbok. But it could be Gigatila, which is why I referenced that. And then so below that we got Crystal Jelly, who says, maybe the Great Demon King. Now, I thought that was really interesting because the Great Demon King does have hair like that. So, I mean, who knows? It could be the Great Demon King. They've already showed us an image of the Great Demon King before, so maybe they're just going to show us a little bit more of him. You never know. And then below Crystal Jelly, we got Hunter again. He responded to the gentleman or lady below him and said, I know, I just can't imagine that Gimbok will be in the next chapter. I feel you on that, Hunter. It's like, because that's the question, right? The question now is, well, since this silhouette of this image of this individual is in the background, does this mean that we're about to see this individual really soon? So it's like, okay, if that's Gimbok, are we about to see Gimbok? And I'm not gonna lie, guys, depending on how well of an image we get, I don't know if I'm ready for that. Because it's, I mean, of course I want to see it, right? But it's just like, this manga is so overwhelming. It's so hype. It's so exciting. Like, to see super cool images of Gimbok this early on in the manga, to see his dominance, it would just be overwhelming, I think. So, man, to see him in this chapter or maybe the next one, that would be awesome. But a little overwhelming at the same time. Like, whoa, like if we see him get mad about like Gory, like if he finds out that Gory's dead or something like that, and he's pissed off, or it's gonna be like, bro, shit about to get real. Oh my god, I'm so excited. So yeah, that begs the question. But if it's Gigatila, that kind of makes sense because it seems like they've been building up for us to see Gigatila. So, you know, I mean, that's still exciting too, but you just never know. All right, so we have Eldius down there again, and he says, Gimbok in the background. Can you imagine Gimbok showing up next chapter as he walks, his foot matches the kaiju's footprint? I mean, yeah, he is significantly larger than the rest of the Titans, so, I mean, I guess that would make sense if he was just as large as the kaiju. That'd be crazy. That would probably mean he's probably one of the only few giants that can actually challenge the kaiju, which would make sense because he's going to be the end-all be-all for the Titans. He's got to be able to take out at least one of each enemy, I would think. All right, and then at the very bottom, we have Magnificent Potato 4927. And he says, let's go, looking good. I know, bro, that cover looks really cool. When I saw that, because again, I was looking for the new chapter. I believe it's supposed to be chapter 20. So when I was looking for the new chapter, I was getting really, you know, discouraged that I wasn't seeing it. And I was like, God, man, I really am ready for this chapter. But then when I saw this, I was just like, oh, crap, this is cool. This is probably the best cover he's made so far. And he's made some pretty nice ones, but this one, it seems to have the most going on, and it's just really cool, because everybody loves Jachi. I feel like Jachi is what Piccolo should have been from Dragon Ball Z. That's what I feel Jachi is, so super exciting. Alright guys, so I just wanted to talk with you guys about the new cover. Hopefully we get the new chapter tomorrow, if not tomorrow, for sure the 26th. And of course, I will get that out to you guys as soon as I can. Alright, but other than that, I hope you guys have a good night, and see you later. Bye.